The universe is a dark forest. Every civilization is an armed hunter stalking through the trees like a ghost, gently pushing aside branches that block the path, and trying to tread without sound. Even breathing is done with care. The hunter has to be careful because everywhere in the forest are stealthy hunters like him. If he finds other life, another hunter, an angel or a demon, a delicate infant or a tottering old man, a fairy or a demigod, there's only one thing he can do: open fire and eliminate them. Liu Xixing, the Dark Forest. Before, anyone in the galaxy would have told you that any civilization was one of two things: predator or prey. In the dark forest of galactic society, the strong preyed upon the weak. Societies quickly learned to stay quiet, stay hidden, or else end up a slave state or exterminated by more advanced and powerful civilizations. This is the way it had always been, the way it always was supposed to be. Since the time of the ancients, nothing had ever changed. Kill or be killed. The modern reality is different. When humans were first discovered, they were so loud. Their broadcasts filled the void for hundreds of light years. Their probes carried directions to their home, descriptions of their physiology and language, even pictures of their homeworld. It was naive, insane even. It was no surprise when their closest neighbor, the Cathara, finally launched an attack fleet to expunge them. They had no interstellar-capable craft. They had only recently colonized their own moon, and had 4 world wars, 3 of which involved fusion weapons. They were a fractured, disjointed, unorganized species. Easy prey, or at least that's what we all believed. When the Cathara arrived in the Sol system, the humans foolishly greeted them with open arms. When the Cathara opened fire, the humans were entirely unprepared. What resulted was a seemingly devastating singular victory. Major cities razed, billions dead. And then, as Cathara troops descended from the atmosphere, over 10,000 fusion weapons filled the skies, some even being launched from their moon. It was unthinkable, obscene. The humans pinned them between walls of nuclear fire and simply watched it crush and burn them en masse. The few transports and evacuation pods that managed to make landfall were greeted by more horrors: phosphorus shells, chemical weapons, cluster munitions, landmines, viral agents. As the blasted and irradiated hulks of the Cathara attack fleet came crashing down, or drifted lifelessly in orbit, the humans emerged from their bunkers and sanctuaries, and began to rob the dead. The Cathara unleashed this plague on the galaxy, because without their technology, without their ruined ships and dead soldiers, humanity could have still been smothered in their crib. Now, it was too late. It took a century after the Cathara's botched extermination for the galaxy to hear from the humans again, but when we did, it turned our souls to ice. We are humanity. We reached out in friendship and found violence. We are coming. Prepare. The Chikari sent relativistic kill missiles. The humans shot them down. The Hycarians sent an armada. It was never seen again. The Kolendar sent self-replicating berserker drones. The humans hacked them and turned them into mining drones. 3 centuries of one species after another, trying to snuff out this loud, obnoxious, presumptuous prey species, and each attempt simply snuffed out like a candle in a vacuum. The Cathara never saw the Black Fleet coming. They just appeared in orbit one day, and atomic fire rained as virus bombs and hypervelocity kinetic rounds pummeled their colonies until the planets cracked. Space stations were speared by weapons fired through tears in space-time and left to drift and bleed out their atmospheres. Their fleets found themselves suddenly inside the event horizons of black holes that appeared from nowhere. Finally, the Black Fleet of humanity hovered over Ura 6, the homeworld of the Cathara. The humans did not fire, their vessels instead dragging 6 massive monoliths into the gravity well of the planet, and letting them slam into the planet's crust. 4 equidistant from one another, around the equator, and 1 on each pole. The monoliths emitted massive electromagnetic pulses that destroyed all of the Kasara's technology and began to broadcast a message on perpetual repeat. We are humanity. We reached out as friends, and these people tried to kill us. Let this be a lesson. It wasn't long until the Jakari, Hykarian, Kolindar, and half a dozen other species met the same fates. Colonies and fleets annihilated, stations reduced to scrap, and their homeworlds left damaged but forever unable to achieve the level of technology they once had, as their monoliths broadcast their dread pulses and their warning. The humans were defanging the hunters, crippling the predators. Now, the black fleets of humanity wandered the stars, broadcasting their dread message to all that can hear. We are humanity. Come in peace, or die. There is no more dark forest, no more hiding. The humans burned the forest down out of spite. Now the predators hide for fear of humanity's dark shadow. A shadow that will bring them to ruin, but not kill them, but leave them a shattered and broken husk, to continue on and remember their shame. They burned down the forest, and now there is only their watchful eye. Come in peace or stay quiet, but if you bring war, we will bring you to ruin. In today's galaxy, you are one of 3 things. You are prey, you are human, or you are broken.